That Echoes, sixth album. This time going in to record and to write the album, was there a different approach to it all?
Well, I'd met Rob Cavallo, who's the producer of this record, while I was on the road. I was in Chicago and he came to my show. He's obviously got a bit of a rock background, having worked with Green Day and people like that. And when we finally found ourselves in the studio, we tried to take as much as we could from those live experiences, and we didn't know how we would work together, and it actually wound up being a match made in heaven.
On top of all of this, you had time to put out your sex pills.
That's right.
These are Josh Groban's sex pills. The first Groban pill that's clinically proven to make you more good at sex.
I did a skit for Jimmy Kimmel where we did a commercial for sex pills, and it went over like gangbusters. I've already sold like 15 bottles.
You've done Crazy Stupid Love, other skits before. You obviously have a sense of comedy, comedic timing. Is that something you kind of sought out, or is it at this point people know that you're funny and therefore knock on your door and say, hey Josh, let's hang out?
I've always had that side of me. I've always been kind of the class clown, and I was in improv theater when I was in high school, and yet I had this really big kind of serious voice. So it's been really, really fun. I don't think it's been a totally conscious decision. I just think it's been really great that that people like Jimmy Kimmel in The Office and these directors have found something, you know, something in my comedy world, and have given me the opportunity to flex that muscle. You
found yourself being a fill-in for Andrea Bocelli during the Grammys for a duet with Celine Dion.
Yeah.
If you could go back in time and talk to that younger version of yourself, what would you tell him?
I mean, I was a student. I was in high school. I was 17 years old when I stood in for Andrea at that rehearsal. I would tell him in all the time he was angsty about all the wonderful things that were happening to him, to just lay back, enjoy the ride, and have a little bit of fun, because I'm trying to make up for lost time in that department.
Well, look where you're at. 6 albums,
look
hamburger
where
socks.
At hamburger socks. These hamburger socks are for 17-year-old me.
My reason to be